Sairam students, now let us try to understand the new chapter in economics section, that is introduction to economics. Now the question is, what is economics? This is introduction. This lesson is an introduction to economics. Therefore, we should know what is economics. We have no answer. Why? Because this is a new concept to you. Up to 7th, you did not study about this economics. Therefore, to understand the term economics, we have to come to our daily life. Economics and our daily life. There is a close connection between them. See, in our daily life, we use different types of things. Different types of things. Various materials, various commodities, and also services. In economics, all these commodities and services by the doctors or artists, any way, it is called goods and services. In our daily life, we use different types of things, objects, goods, vastugalu, and also services. Without goods and services, our life is incomplete. Without goods and services, we can't satisfy all our wants. Man is a bundle of wants. Man is a bundle of wants. He has different types of wants. But we can't satisfy all our wants. Why? Because the resources are scarce. Resources are scarce. Wants are unlimited and resources are scarce. Yes. Now come to this goods. Goods means pen, vastugalu, pen, pencil, computer, mobile, electric wire, bus, car, buildings, cement, steel, etc. All these things are called as goods in economics. All these goods are tangible. What does tangible means? Tangible means we can see the goods. For example, pen. We can see. Globe. This is a shirt. Watch. These are all tangible goods. Tangible goods. These goods. We can see all these goods. And what is the services? Therefore, goods means all the things which we can see. That is tangible goods. Services means we can't see the services. They are untangible. They are intangible. Opposite word of tangible. Intangible means we can't see. For example, after drinking a cold water during the time of summer, we have certain amount of satisfaction. We can't measure the level of satisfaction. Your friend, he gave you a ice cream. After eating that ice cream you get a certain amount of satisfaction, but it is impossible to measure or impossible to count the level of satisfaction what we got after eating the ice cream. This is called service. In a platform, orchestra, it is going. After coming out from that platform, we have lot of enjoyment. We get satisfaction. But the service of that artist is appreciated by you. Why? Because you appreciated his performance. But the level of appreciation is very difficult to measure. For example, doctor's service. While checking your body, we can't see the service of doctor. Therefore, all these services are intangible. Therefore, goods are tangible and services are intangible. So, while our daily life, these goods and services plays a very important role. Now, in economics, suppose we visit a weekly market in your town or city. We see different types of people there. Some are consumers, some are producers, some are merchants, some are buyers, sellers, and other customers are also there. In that weekly market, producers are there, customers are there. Customer means consumer. Consumers are there, buyers, sellers, different types of people are also there. The total process is related to our economics. For example, while taking 1 kg of tomato or onion, we bargain with the merchant. Sometimes fighting will also arise. All this process related to economics. Not fighting, but bargaining is very important in economics. The main theme of economics is satisfaction of maximum wants. Satisfaction of maximum wants by using scarce resources. The level of satisfaction is more. How? By spending only 10 rupees or 20 rupees. By spending 20 or 25, our aim is to get 100 rupees satisfaction. Expenditure is less, profit is more. That is the tendency of consumers. Quite opposite to the merchants. The intention of merchant is to get more profit. Selling goods for more price, you have to earn more profit. Therefore, in our daily life, we contact different types of consumers, producers, transporters, sellers, retail traders, etc. Now, who is a consumer? Who is a consumer? Consumer plays a very important role in our economics. Who is consumer? We are also consumer. We purchase our things that are daily required for our life. through shops. We are consumer. Therefore, who is a consumer? The people using goods and service. The people using goods and services are called consumers. People using goods and services. We are also consumers. Merchants also consumers. Drivers also consumers. Traders also consumers. You also, students also consumers. How? If you want a particular book, social or Kannada drawing book, we go to shop and purchase that book. When you are consumer, you are a person, you use goods and also service of that shop. Therefore, we are called consumers and also customers. But in economics, we use the term consumers. Therefore, consumer means the people using goods and services are called consumer. Then, who is a producer? Producer. See that two terms. Without consumer, no producer. Without a producer, no consumer. Therefore, who is a producer? Producer is a person who manufactures goods and services. Producer means people engaged in the production activity. People engaged in production activity. Production means manufacture. ತಯಾರಿಸು ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಸೇವೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಯಾರಿಸುವ. Therefore, people who engaged in the production activity is called a producer. Without production, without a producer, we can't satisfy our wants. Suppose in India, no pens are still produced. Then how we can satisfy our wants related to pens? It is impossible. It is impossible. Therefore, producers are also take major role, major part in economics. Therefore, consumer, those who are using goods and services. For example, we people. Producer who manufacture goods and services, or the people who engage in production activity. If you produce anything for the purpose of sale, then you are also producer. If you prepare chocolates, if you produce other things for the purpose of sale or to get maximum profit, then you are also producer. Then sometimes we play the dual role. Sometimes we are customer or consumer, and also sometimes we are producers. These goods and services are made available to us at our place through. Yes, now goods are produced in a particular place. Particular place means in industry or factory. Goods are produced. Where? In Mumbai, for example. Mumbai. In Mangalore, consumers are there for these products. A person, his name A produced chili powder in Mumbai. Quality product. The people of Mangalore demand that chilli powder, but how that chilli powder come from Mumbai to Mangalore? Mumbai to Mangalore through transportation. Transportation. Through transportation. Goods and services are moved from one place to other through transporters. Then traders, then from traders it is shopkeepers, from shopkeepers to the customer. See, prepared or manufactured the chilli powder in Mumbai. People of Mangalore demand or wants that product. Then from Mumbai to Mangalore it will come. How? Through transportation. Yes, in a particular place, for example, Hampankatta in Mangaluru. Yes, the goods vehicle, it comes here and traders purchase these goods. Then from traders, wholesale traders, other small shopkeepers purchase the product. Then it will reach, ultimately that will reach to the consumer. Reach to the consumer. Therefore, these are called distributors. Distributors, or these are all the agencies of distribution. Without this process, we can't get that chilli powder from Mumbai, in Mangalore or Vittal or Alike. Therefore, consumer, producer, transporters, traders and shopkeepers, they are called totally distributors, play an important role. See, therefore now the question is, why did we purchase all these things? For example, take your own home. In kitchen room, different types of vessels are there. Different types of clothes are there in your steel almirah. Different types of furnitures, modern TV. Why we use all these things? To satisfy our wants. To satisfy our wants. But is it possible to satisfy all our wants? No, it is impossible. Why? Because I already told, wants are unlimited. Wants are unlimited. But what is scarce? Resources are scarce. Imagine, here resource means money. You have bundle of funds, but resources are scarce. Now the theme of the economics is, by using these limited resources, we should get maximum satisfaction. That is the theme of economics. Yes, now we buy these required goods and services by paying a given fixed price. If you want a flat TV, yes, you go to market and purchase that TV. How? By giving a fixed price. By fixed price. 23,000 or 30,000. What is this? This 30,000 is the value of our TV expressed in terms of money. The value of that TV here expressed in terms of money, that is 30,000 or 50,000. Its value of goods and services expressed in terms of money. We use many goods and services to satisfy our most desirable wants. See, listen here. While satisfying our wants, sometimes we will calculate our pocket. Pocket means calculate our budget. Why? Because wants are unlimited. Resources are scarce. In a time, we can't satisfy all our wants. For example, food and shoe, vegetables and drawing book. See, first of all, we should prefer food than shoe. We can't eat shoes. To fill our stomach, food is very important. Vegetables and drawing book. Vegetables are very important. Education and AC car. This is, we have to give priority to education. Priority means importance to education. Then car. Therefore, at the same time, we can't satisfy our two wants or more wants. We have to give preference to items. Which one is urgent and which one is less urgent? We give priority to the urgent wants. To satisfy our wants, we want money. We want money. Money. How we can get? Or your parents earn money. They are engaging in different types of works, whether it is government or private. What is the intention? To get salary. Therefore, to satisfy our wants, we want money. To earn money, we have to work. Without work, no money. Without money, we can't satisfy our wants. Therefore, all the people in our daily life engaged in our daily life. Yes, daily life. Yes, through employment also we have to earn money. The income we spend becomes the income of producers and distributors. While going to a shop, we are consumers. Through employment or through work, we earned money. Our money is our money becomes income to producer. Income to producers and distributors. Distributors. We purchase washing machine. Our money, it becomes profit to producer and distributors. Yes, we are consumers. After purchasing a particular product, here the producers, he will also get profit and also the distributor. Therefore, our money, it becomes a profit to producer and also distributors. Yes, this is the marketing situation. According to economics, the main theme is satisfaction of our most urgent wants by using scarce resources. Spending less amount of money, we should get maximum satisfaction. Therefore, consumer, producer, distributor, production, distribution, consumption, consumer, all these processes, it comes under economics. Apart from this, the role of government is very, very important. We can't neglect the role of government. Now let us see what is the role of government in these processes. We shall study that in our next class. Sai Ram.